The colony's twilight didn't fade. It snapped. With a scream, the emergency klaxon ripped through the tunnels. Lights flipped from amber to hard red. Dust drifted from the vents like the station itself was flinching. Raila lifted her head. All 6 eyes narrowed. Centilines were wrong. She had laid them in careful spirals. Home, safety, mine. Now those spirals were broken, trampled, smudged by panic. Her cubs were gone. Raila hit the den door so hard the reinforced frame bowed inward. She was Carvax, apex predator. Across 16 moons, 9 feet of plated muscle and iridescent scales, crystalline claws that could score starship alloy. The guards didn't step back because of her size. They stepped back because of her face. A mother robbed. Her scales flickered from war red to stunned violet. Rage didn't vanish. It simply found nowhere to strike in this impossible moment. Administrator, she growled. Seal the colony. Now. A thin Quellan named Yaz stammered behind the command desk. Woo-where? Searching. Every tunnel. Raila was already moving. My cubs are 3 months. Her defensive spines still click when they retract. They ran scared. At the next junction, she stopped and lifted her snout, drew in air through her scent pits. The world sharpened into truth-lines. There, fresh, hot with fear. The trail cut past storage, past the pumps, past the communal hatch, toward the human quarters. Her blood went cold. Then molten humans had arrived only days ago. Deathworlders. The species the galaxy whispered about like a warning. Not because they were loud, but because they were calm. And now her cub scent pointed straight to their module, set slightly apart. Dim light seeping from the door seam Raila didn't touch. The access panel. Her claws slid out. Every predatory instinct surged. She listened for struggle. Instead, she heard breathing, slow, steady, and a low vibration that made her scales prickle. Carvax young only purred like that when they felt completely safe. That was impossible. Raila tore the door open with one clawed hand. She froze. A human sat propped against the wall, head tipped back, mouth slightly open. Asleep. One arm lay across his chest like a guardrail, and on his chest were her cubs. Both of them. Curled like they belonged there. Their small bodies rose and fell with the human's breathing, matching it, sinking to it. Their purrs were deep, subsonic, peaceful. The younger cub's tail was wrapped around the human's wrist like a tether. The eldest had his cheek pressed to the human's sternum, drinking the rhythm of a heartbeat. Raila's instincts stumbled. Predators didn't sleep on strangers. Carvax cubs didn't trust. Not after the dark. The human stirred, opened his eyes slowly, looked up. He saw a 9-foot Carvax mother filling the doorway. Teeth bared, claws gleaming, and he smiled. Hey, he whispered like the word itself was a blanket. It must be Mom. Raila's voice came out rough. Where did you find them? In the service corridor, he said, near the vents. They were terrified. They are dangerous. Raila snapped. Their spines, I noticed. The human lifted his sleeve slightly. A small tear. A thin line of blood. One of them got me when I stood up too fast. My fault. I startled them. Raila stared. He had been hurt. Still he held them like they were precious. They were shaking. The human continued softly, trying to look tough. But their eyes kept darting to the dark. That scared. Raila stepped closer. Her cubs did not wake. Her purr did not change. They smelled safe. How did you calm them? She asked, quieter than she meant to. The human's cheeks colored, almost sheepish. I sang. Raila blinked. Sang. My sister has kids, he murmured. Rhythm helps. Slow breathing helps. Tells them you're not leaving. Safe. The word hit Raila like a new kind of weapon. Carvax safety was claws and walls. Humans built it out of sound. What frightened them? Raila asked. What did they see? The human glanced toward the vent above. I didn't see it. I heard scratching. Something moving. They bolted right into my hallway. Wilderness, darkness. The small way's fear crawled through metal. The human looked down at the cubs with something gentle. They're just kids, just kids. Something in Rayla's chest shifted. A recognition older than pride. The human wasn't a threat. He was. A guardian, the eldest cub stirred. One eye cracked open. Hey, chirped when he saw Raila. Then looked up at the human, sleepy and trusting. The human barely moved. Easy, he whispered. Your mom's here. You're safe. The cub's scales shimmered silver blue again. Then he settled back into warmth. Rayla's claws began to retract, slowly, like she was putting away a blade she no longer needed. She straightened, voice formal. Human, you guarded my cubs. My clan is in your debt. Human winced. No debt. Anyone would have done it. Raila shook her head. No, most would see teeth. You saw children. Carefully. Gently she lifted the cubs. One at a time. Supporting their spines. Holding them close. They made small protesting noises. Then relaxed against her chest, still warm from the human's heartbeat. The younger twisted around in Rayla's arms. Her scales flickered a tiny message, simple and pure. Safe, pack. Protect, RALI, met the human's eyes. I'm beginning to understand why the galaxy fears you. The human blinked, because I babysat some kids. Raila stepped into the corridor. The klaxon was still wailing, but now it sounded. Dot. Smaller? No, she said. Because you are warriors who choose to become guardians. She paused. There is nothing more dangerous than a predator who decides to protect. And as Raila carried her cubs back toward her den, their sleepy chirps already mimicking the soft hum the human had used, she made a note for her report. Humans. We're dangerous. Yes. But not in the way the galaxy thought. In the way that might save them all.